Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me turn off Steve Phillips and let me turn you on. That's right. Good morning to everybody on a lovely Tuesday. And as we say, welcome aboard. Yep. So Cespedes breaks his ankle. I kind of thought that the Mets would go after Bryce Harper this year, thinking that Cespedes would not play at all this year. And if you remember, yes, I did say that. No, I'm not taking. There's a round table tonight. It's going to be about family. So easy kill. Just want you to know. And ladies and gentlemen, the return of Asimov. Good morning, sir. Nice to have you aboard. And hope everything is well with you. All right, look, life goes on. We got ailments, we got family situations, we got all kinds of stuff. But do we have sound? That's the thing. Okay. So good morning. There you go, Jimmy. Attaboy. Okay. Good morning to Brooks. We're gonna have a good day. I think somebody's coming down the steps, but I'm really not sure. There has been noises all over as if this place is my house is haunted. So we'll see. Maybe we have more people in my living room than we do in the chat room today. I'm not really sure. Good morning to Asimov and Brooks and Greg and Cam and the Amazings. Easy Kill, Jimmy Ross, that guy in the real double A, and many more to follow, I am sure. Okay, so let's get right to it before we start off the day. And it's pretty interesting. I may have asked this question the other day, but let's ask it again. When do you think the fantasy baseball season should end? Should it end at the All-Star game? That may be a little early for most, the All-Star game. Should it end at the end of August before the September call-ups? Or should it end just at the end of the year, just like we have it? Okay? Which one will it be? Good morning to Phil Chaplin. At the All-Star game, and what we are thinking of doing here, we got a big surprise. Is anybody in favor of doing monthly fantasy baseball for the season? Same stats, everything's the same, except every month we have a new draft. Just wanted to hear if anybody would be interested in that, because whether you're interested or not, we'll find out, because that's what we're doing. Okay, we're doing that. We're doing a couple of other things. Got a lot of surprises for you, but monthly fantasy baseball, Ron Chandler tried it a couple of years ago. It was a great idea, but he may have been a little ahead of his game, okay? But now's the time to do it, and absolutely. All right, there's an absolutely would be interested. That's what I want to know. Should baseball, fantasy baseball, end at the All-Star game, end at the end of August, or just go to the regular season? Now, highest hard hit rate, okay, with a minimum of 90 at bats. Now, when I say there are two ways of doing hard hit rate, okay? Yeah, monthly sounds fun, all right? And if you don't, if you don't do well, you got injuries, you do a redraft, and the drafts are fun, right? Too many DFS sites say you don't have to, only one draft, bull dinky. It's the best part of the year, so let's do it more than once. Highest hard hit rate in Major League Baseball with a minimum of 90 at bats. Now, there's two ways of doing hard hit rate. The first hard hit rate is batted balls, just batted balls, okay? And the highest hard hit rate this season with just batted balls is Anthony Rendon, 60%. Joey Gallo also at 60, Josh Bell at 58, Springer 55, and Abreu at 55 as well. But here's another way to do a hard hit. Number of hard hit balls divided by just the number of at-bats. Not batted balls, at-bats. Who do you think? There are three players tied with 43% highest hard hit rate, okay? Hard hit balls divided by at-bats. I will tell you two of them, okay? One of them is Christian Yelich at 43%. The other one is, there's actually four. Anthony Rendon, 43%. Cody Bellinger, 43%. Name the player who is also 43%, tied with Christian Yelich, Anthony Rendon, Cody Bellinger. It's a minimum of 90 at-bats, Just yeah, how about that? Okay, just 90 at bats. This is hard hit rate, hard hit balls divided by at bats, not Javier Baez. Okay, so there you go. DK Luce is here. Lou is here. Good morning. Who's that player? 43% to Yelich, Rendon, Bellinger, and one more player has 43% with a minimum of 90 at bats, the number of hard hit balls divided by at bats, not batted balls. It's a big deal. By the way, thanks to Roto Imbeciles yesterday in a game with AAA Reno, they scored 25 runs, and Yosmani Tomas belted 4 home runs. You may remember Tomas, former member of the Diamondbacks. He had 31 home runs for the team back in 2016. He now has 13 home runs on the season. Matt Scherr also hit for the cycle. Kevin Cron, 2 home runs. Cron, incidentally, leads the Pacific Coast League with 21 home runs. And he may be better than Wilmer Flores at this point. So if you're looking for a player to pick up, National League, Kevin Cron may be that guy, okay? It's not Chavis, it's not Springer, and it's not Acuna, okay? And let me tell you something. Again, 90 at bats. My first clue is that you won't get him. How's that for a clue? First clue is you won't get him. So Kevin Cron could be somebody that you may want to pay attention to. Chris Paddock, in his first 9 outings in the big leagues, 51 in the third, 28 hits, 11 walks, and the opponent's batting average is 156. How about that? As Arizona won against San Diego, he's got an 0.76 whip, a 1.93 ERA. Luke Weaver and Chris Paddock combined, they retired the first 12 batters of the game, and then Nick Ahmad led off the third inning with a single. He reached base 3 times, the only player from either one of these teams to do it, and in 17 career games against the Diamondbacks, Franmil Reyes has 5 home runs. That's the highest total against any team, and he is so volatile at the plate. No, not Billy Hamilton. Mike Francesa fell asleep again. I've done that many times, okay? No, there's no way that Francesa sucks. He's one of the greatest of all time. Anyway, yeah, how about that? And Kirby Yates pitched a 1-2-3 inning. He has 18 saves on the inning. And after 6 innings where he allowed 5 hits and a run, struck out 7, Paddock was lifted for a pinch hitter. He was 1 out away from being the hard luck loser when Greg Garcia singled and Franmil Reyes homered to give the Pirates a 2-1 lead that they held up to the end. So not too bad. So Paddock, okay, he stayed at, look, last Tuesday, remember, after the Dodgers roughed him up, scoring 3 earned runs, 6 runs altogether in 4 2/3, the most runs, most hits, fewest strikeouts. He had a bad game, and to see Paddock bounce back is really the sign that he's pretty good. All right. Yes, I will say Francesa. It used to, look, his understanding of the game is still tremendous, but his knowledge of what's going on today lacks a little bit of preparation. And look, it's grueling when you do that show every day. No excuses for Francesa, but he's still among the most entertaining. He's still somebody you can listen to. Now, I've listened to a couple of programs, and I'm not even going to tell you where, in the last couple of days. There was one that I listened to because I couldn't stop listening. I was so... Did you ever listen to something that was so bad that you were mesmerized? You just couldn't believe what you were hearing. And I listened to the whole show, and there's been too many of those, okay? The Padres are 8-13 without Fernando Tatis Jr., who led them in virtually every offensive category until he suffered that hamstring strain on April 28th. So it's not known whether or not Tatis will be on a minor league rehab or simply get game work and extended spring training games, so we don't know it. The answer to the question, my friends, hard hit rate divided by at-bats, with 90 at-bats as the minimum, is Hunter Pence. Hunter Pence. Oh, well, yeah, 40, yeah, hard hit rate. Number of hard hit balls divided by at bats. The other way to measure, the traditional way, is hard hit balls divided by batted balls. But Hunter Pence, 43% if you divide his hard hits by at bats. Christian Yelich, 43. Rendon, 43. Bellinger, 43. Justin Turner, 42. Carlos Santana, 42. Tommy La Stella at 42 as well. And Yadier Molina's at 41. How about that? So they're hitting the ball hard. But the key is, hit them where they ain't. Right, good morning to Zelmo. Yeah, 100 Pence, no kidding. Ronald Acuna's leadoff homer had a 111 mile per hour exit velocity. His ninth career home run with a 110 plus mile exit velocity. All the other Brave players combined for 12 such home runs since StatCast. Okay, it's the same as all the other players combined. Okay. So Acuna just is just a phenomenal player. This kid is, and he doesn't even slump. And when he slumps, you don't even worry about it. Mike Soroka has allowed 7 runs, 5 earned, and 7 starts this year. He's 5-1 with a 1.01 ERA in 7 starts. That's the 4th lowest ERA for Atlanta Brave pitcher after 7 starts. Who's got the lowest? Okay, the lowest ERA for an Atlanta Brave pitcher after 7 starts. Who do you think it is? Okay, I will give you a clue. It's not Maddox, and it's not Glavine. Not Glavine, not Maddox. Buzz Capra in 1974 had a 1.17. But who had an 0.54 ERA? He was 6-0. And I'm not talking about, this is for the Atlanta Braves. He was 6-0. 0.54 ERA. Who was that? Who was that? All right, not Max Fried. I'll tell you, it happened in the around 2010, something like that. Around 2010. Soroka has had nothing but good starts, but I think yesterday was his best. He carried a perfect game into the 6th, and Brandon Crawford's homer to begin the 6th inning spoiled that. But Crawford had the only 2 hits. Soroka went 8 scoreless innings. He's allowed 1 or no runs in each of his 7 starts, but his ERA went up yesterday. Okay, so and we take a look at Acuna batting in his leadoff spot. That's his preferred spot. He loves it. He opened the night with a homer, 2nd consecutive leadoff shot. Monday marked his 2nd career multi-game home run, his first since August 14th against the Marlins of last year. It's incredible. What a spark he is when he leads off. His 10th career leadoff home run, he's hit 400, 10 for 25 over his past 6 games at the leadoff spot, okay? No, wasn't Kevin Millwood, wasn't Tim Hudson. The best ERA going 6-0 with an ERA of 0.54 for the Atlanta Braves. A little better than Soroka, who struck out 7, allowed 1 run, 2 hits. He's allowed 1 earned run or less in all 7 starts. His ERA rose from 0.98 to 1.01. All right, he retired the first 15 batters, and away we go. Okay, here's the answer. It wasn't Tim Hudson. I'll give you the year, 2012. 2012, and I'll give you 1 second so you can't look it up. 2012, 0.54 ERA. He was 6-0. He was the talk of the town. It was not Steve Avery. The amazing guy wasn't Derek Lowe. You're missing out on this guy. He later became a relief pitcher and just faded away, okay? And his name, are you ready for this one? His name is Chris Medlin. There you go. So, gotcha. Not often that I get the chat room. Chris Medlin had an 0.54. Glavine had an 0.93 in 2002. Maddox had a 5-2 and he had an 0.94 ERA. So, and Buzz Capra in 1974 was 5-0 with a 1.17. So, Chris Medlin was the guy. Pretty good guy. Proud of me? I stumped you. There you go. The Cubs and the Phillies and Yu Darvish. It's been such a disappointment. He has never gotten to the 7th inning in a Cubs uniform. Again,